Hi guys, welcome! In this video, we'll take a look at the revamp of the Oracle Dungeon in the China beta test server. These changes are not yet implemented in the official server, so take this information with a grain of salt. Alright, without further ado, let's begin. Oracle Dungeon is a weekly instance wherein you need to challenge and survive a deck of 60 cards. The deck is shuffled and a random set of 3 cards will spawn per wave, which can summon monsters or inflict area effects and debuffs. So the goal is to defeat all the monsters and survive the environmental effects, which usually last for 10 to 12 minutes. There are various difficulties, each with corresponding rewards, and you only need to clear the highest difficulty if you want to get all the rewards, including those for lower difficulties. This includes Zenny, Oracle Dust, Oracle Crystal, Gram Dust, Nolan Cards, and a chance to get Poker and Tarot card albums. In the GVG revamp update that arrived in China server last March, there was a limited time reward reset event for Oracle Dungeon. During this event, there was an option to spend 300 minutes of combat time to avail of the extra challenge times of the Oracle Dungeon. This additional challenge times means that players could enter Oracle again to get another set of rewards, including Nolan Cards per week, so players could get a maximum of 940 Nolan Cards from clearing Oracle Nightmare twice per week. This limited time reward reset event for Oracle Dungeon will also come to C, Global, and EU servers after the patch update next week, but it will only last until the maintenance period of July. I think it's definitely worth it to avail this offer since it will shorten the amount of time needed to draw an MVP card from King Pouring by half. With the update in the China test server yesterday, the structure of the Oracle Dungeon has been overhauled, and this included limiting the amount of Nolan cards that can be obtained per week. Following CN server's timeline, I think this update will arrive on July for C, Global, and EU servers. In the new structure of the Oracle Dungeon, it has been divided into 12 levels, and each level has 2 difficulties to choose from, either normal or elite. The challenge difficulty of elite is harder than that of normal, but the rewards are more generous. When you clear any difficulty of a level, you will automatically unlock the next level. The objectives and mechanics inside the dungeon remains unchanged, so you still need to clear all monsters that spawn from the 60 card deck before getting the rewards. Thus, after this update arrives, you will need to test your limits and clear each of the 12 new levels of Oracle. Since the waiting time for the cards to spawn is still slow, it will possibly take 2 to 3 hours to unlock all 12 levels of Oracle. You will only need to do this once since all levels that you've unlocked are unlocked permanently for the succeeding weeks. Another change to Oracle is the method of obtaining rewards. Aside from the usual weekly reset, you can also purchase extra Oracle challenge times, each of which costs 60 minutes of combat time with a maximum limit of 10 times per week. So this means that once you've claimed your rewards from the weekly reset, you can still challenge Oracle up to 10 times per week if you want to get more rewards in exchange for 600 combat time. Do take note that challenge times or combat time will not be consumed if you are clearing a level for the first time in your account, regardless of the difficulty, and you will obtain the first clear rewards for that level directly. If you're planning to purchase 10 extra Oracle challenge times, you don't necessarily need to clear the Oracle Dungeon 10 times. You can just use the instant clear or sweep function, which will be activated once you clear a level for that week. As a bonus, you will get triple rewards for the first 3 challenge times you consume per week. In terms of rewards, you can still obtain the usual materials like Oracle Dust, Oracle Crystal, Gram Dust, and Nolan Cards. However, the limit to the amount of Nolan cards you can obtain per week has been set to a maximum of 500 only, instead of 940. Another change is that you will no longer get Poker and Tarot card albums, and instead get these new types of card albums. The white magic card albums will grant these cards. The green mystery card albums will grant these cards. the Blue Oracle card albums will grant these cards. And the Rainbow Oracle Choice card album will grant these cards, which include Oracle exclusive cards. This means that if you want to collect Minora's cards for crafting Minora's star cards, you should clear levels that drop the Blue Oracle and the Rainbow Oracle's Choice card albums. Unlike Poker and Tarot card albums, these new card albums are non-tradable. This change has been met with a lot of complaints from the Chinese community, specifically due to the reduction on the limit of Nolan cards that can be obtained per week. So the developers issued a statement that the weekly limit of Nolan cards will be adjusted from 500 to 750 once the update arrives on the official CN server. As an apology for the reduction in the weekly limit, the developers will issue 1,000 Nolan cards to all players. Personally, I'm glad that the developers of ROM listened to their loyal players and realized their shortcomings. They were really quick to act and came up with a compromise to address the issue within a day. How about you guys? What are your thoughts on the revamp of the Oracle Dungeon? Do you think that the 750 weekly limit for Nolan cards compromise is fair? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Alright, that's it for this video guys. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed watching this guide. If you're new here, I would love you to consider subscribing by hitting the red subscribe button down below. I would love to have you back. Thank you for watching and see you in our next episode.